Welcome back to another episode of the Frugal Millionaires podcast, where we explore all things personal finance, self-development, and business. Today, we reveal the 3 things which the poor do that the rich do not. So this will be something that will surely challenge your beliefs and ignite your desire for transformation. As part of our ongoing conversation, I know many of you have been with us while we're discussing this topic on Instagram, the rich versus the poor, and just trying to identify very clearly specific, practical things that the rich apply, which lead them to success, that the poor simply do not, or the poor is just unwilling to do. So be sure, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel to stay updated with our latest content, which we drop every week. We want to ensure you turn on our post notifications. All right, let's go ahead and get into it.
My name is Brieon Mitchell, a corporate professional, investor, content creator, expat living abroad, and a frugal millionaire.
Number 1, the poor save while the rich invest. When it comes to money, there's a big difference between saving and investing. The poor often think they can get rich by simply saving a few bucks here and there. But I can assure you that will not do the trick. You need to find ways consistently to increase your income and invest if you truly want to become rich. That's why the rich focus on investing. By doing this, they can increase their earning potential and grow their assets. So make sure you're investing if you want to truly become rich. Number 2, the poor blame while the rich own failures. And this is very, very clear. Poor people tend to point fingers at everyone else except themselves. This is their fault. This is the government's fault. This is whomever or whatever. Instead of looking themselves clearly in the mirror to say, I own my failures. The rich, on the other hand, they take responsibility. The truth is, if your life isn't going exactly the way you want it to, it's likely your fault. It's likely that you've made some actions, you've taken some decisions to have you in the current situation or circumstance that you may be in. And there's nothing to it but to own up to those decisions, own up to those mistakes, and simply do better. It's not a permanent state of being. No situation is permanent. You just have to take the necessary steps and take the necessary actions every single day to make progress to improve your situation or your circumstance. So don't blame others. Take responsibility and do that today. Number 3, the poor clock in while the rich profit based on performance. As you all know, the poor are simply stuck in an hourly wage trap. This is clocking in, clocking out. No matter how hard they work, they're only getting paid for the time that they put in. Some people call it trading time for dollars. The rich, on the other hand, they get paid based on the results that they deliver. Take, for example, the CEO of a company. They do not get a salary based on the number of hours or meetings that they've attended. They simply get their salary based on the performance or the success of the companies that they lead. So if you want to get paid, if you really want to get paid what you're worth, what you really truly feel that you're worth, you need to focus on the results. Focus on the outcome that you deliver, not just the time you invest. And since you guys have stayed with us until the end of this video, we're going to drop one more, a bonus for you. So number 4, a bonus. The rich never stop learning. And this is so important. The poor may think they know it all when it comes to a particular subject or when it comes to a particular situation or a particular skill set, or just in general. They may think they have a lot of knowledge in a certain area. They always want to give their comments or they want to give their opinion about a number of things, from politics to sports to society, you name it. But in reality, what have they actually done? You see, I personally have this rule. I cannot allow anyone who hasn't achieved success give me guidance or tell me how to go down a path of success. Truly, if I'm trying to achieve financial freedom, it doesn't make sense. And it's not a very smart idea for me to follow someone who hasn't already created a lane for themselves and they have a track record that I can follow for financial success. It just doesn't make sense. So when we look at it, what have they actually done? Opinions really don't matter. It's all about execution. When was the last time they closed a deal for even $500, $1,000, or even $10,000? So when we look at the rich, on the other hand, the rich are always learning. They're always asking questions. They're always listening. They're always reading books. So how many hours have you spent in front of the TV being entertained with no actual value in return? How many wasted hours have you spent truly being entertained by TV? Poor people typically spend a lot of time in front of the TV. When was the last time you read a book? How many books do you read per year? Remember, your income and wealth can only grow as fast as you do. One more time, your income and your wealth can only grow as fast as you do. So stop watching TV and start reading books. There's several books out there that can help you in the areas of personal finance, self-development, and business. And if you need any recommendations, by all means, send us a DM over at the Frugal Millionaires on Instagram or drop a comment down below. And we'll respond back to you with some recommendations that we have on books that are proven, that have a track record of elevating, inspiring, and truly allowing you to reach your successful destination. So I want to share with you all just a personal story of mine in terms of being a lifelong learner. I recall back in 2005, I was really searching. I was really searching for what it was I wanted to do. How did I want to do it? I had many ideas on my vision board. I wrote down a number of things. And very similar to many of you all, real estate was one of those that was on my board. And my desire was to always be a real estate broker. I was never interested in becoming an agent. And so, long story short, I ended up going to school, taking a real estate course. And really, it was a great course. And I learned a lot about real estate. And so after I did that, mind you, I didn't know the process. I didn't know that I had to take the state exam so that I can become a licensed agent within my state of Louisiana. And then only after a period of a few years, I would be able to escalate to becoming a broker. I was totally unaware that this was the process at that time. And so I decided ultimately, you know what? I want nothing to do with becoming a licensed real estate agent. And so we fast forward for about 3 years. I didn't do anything. And then the great real estate crash, the great housing bubble of 2008 happened. And that knowledge, I was able to put that into practice and implement those techniques. And at a time when so many people were afraid, and at a time when so many people were saying, don't buy houses, don't invest in the real estate market, I was one who was keen to make sound investments, to make heavily discounted purchases on single family real estate at that time. And I can tell you today that fared out very, very well, to where we were able to make hundreds of thousands of dollars. And so being a lifelong learner, you never know where your education or when that education may come into play. And secondly, always follow your gut, follow your voice, follow what you believe in. It will never lead you wrong. And so looking at 2008, we did that for a few years, me and my team, and we were able to exit the real estate arena in about 2014. So a period of 6 years, we were able to accumulate throughout that time a total of about 17 properties. And throughout that time, we were actually able to acquire those properties, renovate those properties, get those back to the market at market value, and in many cases, significantly forced appreciation was applied in those cases, to where the value of where we purchased those assets were 50, 100, sometimes 150% above the purchase price. And so what I'm sharing with you is a personal story that I want you all to take that and apply it to your lifelong learning situation, your lifelong learning journey. Make sure you're always investing in you. That's the number one thing that you can do. Always invest in yourself, regardless what anyone else is saying. And I sit here today telling you that was one of the single most greatest investments that I made, was to take that real estate course, because it allowed me to fast track my process. And ultimately, I never became a broker. And at this point, never will. But I can tell you, on my real estate investment journey, I've been very successful to be able to make hundreds of thousands of dollars in just learning the basics of real estate, and so much more along the journey. So first of all, make sure you invest in your education. And second of all, listen to yourself. Now, how are you going to use your time? Are you going to invest in yourself and become wealthy? Let us know. We'd love to hear your story. We'd love to hear from you. We'd love to hear your journey. In the comment section down below, feel free to share with us. We'll actually give you some feedback. And in most cases, we'll give you some recommendations if you request. So thanks for watching this video. We truly value your viewership and being along with us here at the Frugal Millionaires journey. Like this video by giving it a thumbs up, and also please, by all means, subscribe. We're on our journey to accomplishing 1,000 subscribers. And guess what? We want to make sure that you help us to get there. Again, thank you for watching this video, and we'll see you on the next one.